Hey gang, what's happening? This is Sean Loftus, critic for the Daily Journal, and still your host of Real Talk. Swashbuckling, time travel, guy who doesn't remotely look like he's from the Middle East and for some reason has a British accent. Oh my. Even though something like that sounds ridiculous, it turns out to be just the thing to get uber Hollywood producer Jerry Bruckheimer to spend over $200 million in making Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. A so-so satisfying actioneer that, while entertaining, fails to deliver on its potential. An adaptation of a popular video game, Jerry sought to climb atop the pile of masterpieces such as House of the Dead, I Heart You Ubo, Street Fighter, and a film that gave us one of the late great Dennis Hopper's finest performances. Super Mario Brothers, yo! And on a personal note, R.I.P. Dennis. Now the story starts out very Aladdin-esque. We follow street urchin Daztan as he adopted by the royal family of Persia and brought up under the tutelage of his brothers, father, and Uncle Nazim. The film starts out with Daztan's army wrongfully invading a holy city after finding a bevy of weapons crafted by an enemy country. A little bit of Persian WMDs, apparently. And amidst all the fighting, he happens upon a mysterious dagger that can turn back a small amount of time. Once half of the East Asian continent's most notorious killers start going after the dagger, Daztan, along with the lovely Princess Tamina, create a 6000 BC version of planes, trains, and automobiles. And like John Candy and Steve Martin, begrudgingly fall in love with one another. Another Disney giveaway is the film's star, Jake Gyllenhaal. Historically not known for its racial or cultural sensitivity, Disney does throw in an incredibly Caucasian actor in the role of a Persian. I mean, I know you gotta go with star power and all, but you can't see how people would be rubbed the wrong way by the fact that Daztan is whiter than my dad on the dance floor after he's had more than a couple Michelobs. Now, despite the slip-ups with the mysterious British accent and the overall skin thing, Gyllenhaal does himself a lot of favors here, and ends up selling himself as a charismatic and likable action hero. And lovely British import Gemma Arteron is a feisty Princess Leia-esque presence, even though her hand in marriage is passed around as often as a hacky sack at a Fish concert. Turns out the main problem with Prince of Persia is not the style or the performances, but more so on the scripting and execution end. Now, if there's anything I'm an expert at, it's the Caucasian, Middle Easterner time travel weaponry genre. Yeah, I've seen about 100 of them. And the producers should know by now that, like the video game, they should use the dagger's power to enhance the action, like getting Daztan out of a really tight spot. Instead, the team of screenwriters get really greedy and end up using the dagger's powers for themselves. Namely, when they write themselves into a situation that only the dagger can solve, i.e., whenever a top-billed actor is killed. It'd be like if I used time travel every time I said something stupid like, did you ever happen to notice that O-Town's All or Nothing is one of the most important and affecting ballads of the aughts? Oh geez, where's the dagger? And the drill, you guys didn't see any of that, right? Okay, and on with the rating. And in honor of director Mike Newell's use of unnecessary British accents, I will rate the flick as if I came from a town whose name ended in Bree or Wick, such as Shaftesbury Wick in Liverpool. Alright, you slags, this picture's only gonna get 2.5 stars out of me. I mean, really, that bollocks is balmy, little regular geezer. Though he occasionally packs a fun wallet with some likeable characters, we end up with a time at a cinema that is better to wait a fortnight to have a gander at an early show rather than pay full price. My suggestion to you is to wait for a cheap matinee or when it comes on the telly. Anyway, this has been Real Talk. Don't spill your popcorn on the way out.